What's going on? We got Tennessee Flatbedder in the
What's
house.
up?
Hans is the first one here. Dude, I'll tell you what, I had a busy week this week. Tested a guy on let's see, today's Thursday. I tested two guys on Monday. I had one of them retest on Wednesday. Had a guy test out today. Like that's a lot of testing.
As far as the grand scheme of
How was your week? I know you went somewhere, didn't you?
was somewhat helpful. But
Yeah, I went actually down to Arkansas this week, and then delivered it just on the west side of St. Louis, and then came back and got back on the yard to get my guys going again.
Yeah.
I got one test.
Go ahead. You got one testing this week?
Got him testing in the morning.
Bright and early? Are you the first test?
Yep, first test.
Cool.
Hope you guys can apologize. I'm eating my dinner, so.
I like being the first test, man. The first test of the day seems like it's the only one on time. The rest of them either seem like they're way far behind or it just takes forever to get it done. It seems like yesterday I had a 1 o'clock test and I didn't even test till like 3. No, I think it was 3:30. I tested. You know, the test schedules are filling back up. It shows that we're bringing in a lot of people again, so that's good. You know, the amount of people are back up, and you know it's starting to look good. 51 Logistics says Big D test today at Wilson. Will need to retest on Monday. Failed my blindside parallel. Oh no, there's the same maneuver. There's the same maneuver. So blindside or sight side. They told us a long time ago stop calling it blindside because it makes the students nervous. So we call them parallel to the left and parallel to the right.
Yep.
So you must have an old school trainer if he's still calling it blindside parallel.
Why is it?
Go ahead.
Hans put a question up there for me.
Oh, you want me to skip to it? Let's skip
Yeah,
to
real
it real
quick.
fast.
I caught it out of my corner of my eye. But why is it hard for Flatbed to back up? How hard is it for your students to back up? Hell, it ain't hard at all. It's just a trailer, regardless if it's a flatbed or a reefer. It's got how many wheels. It still moves the same way. Depends on some move a little faster, some move a little slower. As long as you're paying attention to what you're doing, because we back up no problem. What do you think? You jumped in my truck and back up my flatbed every now and then.
Yeah, it backs the same as a reefer. It still has a back of the trailer and it still moves side to side. It's exactly the same. Stevens Trucker said, ever had a company giving a driver a service failure for shutting down for weather and docking their pay? No, not here at Prime.
Not here at Prime.
As long as you have a legitimate reason that, hey, I have to shut down, I never heard of any problems ever with that. So
yeah,
Prime's model is you're the captain of the ship, and I fully believe in it, and I believe that they'll back you every time. Hey, the weather's bad. We'd rather you pull over and be safe than, you know, get into an accident or your life's not worth it. That's their model.
Right.
You're the captain of the ship.
I got caught in a blizzard out in Denver. I had to shut down for a day and a half almost, and I didn't get any docked any pay. Didn't get late to the shipper or the receiver. So
twice in 1 week. Yeah, I did two lives in 1 week. I'm actually thinking about doing that more often, is do my solo live on Tuesday and then have somebody in here on Thursdays. Keep on getting the flatbedder in here. It's nice to have a flatbedder's perspective on things, training students and stuff like that. Is it harder to train? Is it harder to do the pre-trip on the flatbed?
No, actually, our pre-trip ain't too much different. We don't have to worry about bulkhead or the doors. but we add rub rail and winches.
So less items.
Technically, you take 2 away and you add 2 more.
So it's about the same.
But if I'm testing with a 48, I don't have to worry about the slack adjust, or not the slack adjuster. That's if we've got disc brakes in it. Let me back up.
Tandem release.
Tandem release and slide with a 48. But if I test with the 53, which I have been, you have to add that. We still got to say that with our 53s.
Hello, guys. This is Brian Watson. And Michael, here comes a fight back to the flatbed question about backing. I see more reefer drivers who can't back. Hey, well, you got to give us. We were all new that one day, so we all learned how to do it, man. It takes time sometimes. Who cares how long it takes you back into a spot, as long as you're being safe and you're using your get out and looks, going out there checking to make sure you're not hitting nothing, and doing it safely. You can pull up as many times as you want out there. Just make sure that you back it in there safely and don't hit nothing. Hi, Steven.
Hello.
Hey, Hans, weekly donation. Hans, you already got me my weekly donation, man. Thank you, though. $10. Thank you. Steven Trucker said, never had a hard time backing up a flatbed trailer. Some people think it's easier to back the flatbed. Whenever I put some of Thomas's guys on my reefer and let them back up, they're all like, this reefer is easier because you can't see across it, so you have to be more precise with your wheel turns. Then I put my guys in the reefer on his flatbed, and they always say the flatbed's easier because you can see across it. So it's kind of what you're used to. You're used to not seeing across. Once you get on the flatbed, you're all like, man, I can see across. And when you're in the flatbed, you're so used to seeing across, you get distracted. And when you have that side there, you're all like, I can't look across no more. You got to just use what you can see right there, the side of the trailer. Do you need a passport to join Prime? Nope. You don't need a passport to join Prime. I have a passport, but don't tell Prime. So, I don't want to leave the US. I barely like leaving my country of Texas. So they got me on that. They said, over the road truck driver, you're leaving Texas. It was scary.
Look how Daniel said leaving his country of Texas. Like it's different. Like it's a different country.
Yeah, I didn't like leaving my country of Texas. Brian got him a trainer today. I picked up 2 students today. I tested one and picked up 2 students today. So they're keeping me busy.
I should be getting a new one tomorrow.
And Hans is exactly right. We don't go to Mexico, but we will go into Canada, and it's very rare. And most of the time they have people on like the Northeast regional stuff. And, they have people that do it, most of the stuff that's going up there. Oh, that's something you heard on a YouTube channel. Yeah, that's rumor. Or, that's fake news. Like Trump says, that's fake news. That's fake news.
I feel like he can never stop it. It's just too much.
Oh, you got Mr. O as your trainer. You're good, man. You're in good hands.
I told him today when I was standing there when he got to Mito, and I told him you better listen to him. He's a good trainer. He'll teach you what you need to know.
Yeah. That's one of the guys I look up to out there, is him. So you got a good one. I've learned a lot from him. Peg, there's you a question again.
I see that. Well, a mouthful of food, and you want me to read that?
Here, I'll read it. At Tennessee Flatbedder for not so swift under heavier loads, we have to be careful because of the fixed spread axle. The time use spreads.
Our 53s have our slide axles. Our 48s are fixed. We just got to watch how much. As long as we're not over 40,000 pounds on our spread, we're good. If we have them slid forward, just like a reefer, it's got to be 34,000 pounds. We always scale out.
Hi, Steven.
I told him he can join in this one if he wanted to get some questions for a son of a trucker.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he wants to or not.
It's all good. You know, he has things to do, probably more important than us. Prime Inc. should be more like CR England, 1 trainer and 2 students. Nah, well, look, I got 4 students right now. He has. You have 3 now or 2?
I've got 2. I try
Okay.
not to do 3 unless I have to, because my schedule, the way I run, it works better having 2.
But TNT, 3 people on the truck, like I think it's a little bit overkill. It doesn't sound fun to me.
Somebody's got to sleep in the floor because you can't be on that bunk.
They put another bunk on the top, is what they did. They put another bunk above the driver's side of above the cab up there, above where you sat, I guess I should say. But I hear that the trainer, he doesn't drive, and they just team drive it, and then whenever one of them need a reset, he takes over. So the truck never stops at all. Like, they can just run hard, from what I heard. I don't know. You know, that's too many people on the truck. Like, you would think that somebody would always have to go to the restroom at the worst time. You know, hey, I gotta go to the restroom. It's like, oh man, we gotta stop again. Even better, really want to get into flatbed from Texas as well. Yeah, there's a lot of good accounts in flatbed in Texas. I kind of wish I would have started flatbed, but whenever I started, they said, hey, reefer side is where the team trucks are. You need to be reefer side to run the team freight. And whenever I got here, I saw flatbed team trucks. So my recruiter just wanted me to be a reefer. And I didn't know the difference anyways. But I think if I would have saw all the work the flatbedders had to do, I would have been like, no. I mean, don't get me wrong. Those doors are heavy. Like, I'm swinging doors, and, you know, those low locks are heavy. So you got to throw them on your shoulder and carry them back there, you know. I mean, like, it's work. It is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what do you do? Fold a tarp? You can flip it up like a bed sheet and just fold it up like a bed sheet.
No, not even quite, but
you just use the wind to help you fold it, don't you? You like you know how you flip a sheet on the bed and it makes that wave through it? That's what you do with the tarp. It straightens out and then you fold it up.
That'd be nice if it worked that way, but it don't work that way.
Bro, how hard is it to fold those tarps up whenever it's windy? I heard somebody was telling me he almost got blown away whenever he was holding his tarp in the wind.
Yeah, that tarp becomes a parachute, and if it starts to fly on you, you just let go and have to chase it later.
Yeah, because that's money. How much about what's the average on cost of a tarp?
Our steel tarps average, don't quote me on it, but I believe $250, close to $300 for one tarp.
Yeah, I would go chase it down too. I'd probably chain it to the side of. If it was windy, I'd probably chain a corner of it to the, or not chain, but strap a corner of it to the flatbeds, so I wouldn't have to chase it down. Because look at me, you think I'm chasing something down?
Hey, and eventually it'll stop
over there,
and you can walk to it and then drag it back to where you need to be.
Walk to it, yeah. Spread is the best. I've been running closed. Hate not having. What did he say earlier? Oh, not having them closed, I guess.
Well, and leaving them 53 open teaches you to stay wide to begin with. Can you bring my baby? both of my vapes.
What I think he said, I'll be the translator for the lag and the sound and everything. What I think he said is it's fun being flatbed and he loves it. But I'm not 100% sure right there.
Hi, bestie. This is my bestie.
That's funny. I see a lot of prime flatbeds here in Texas every day.
Yeah, we got several dedicated out of Texas, and we've got Texas Regional.
There's another question for you because I know nothing about that. It says, when is Prime getting rid of those ugly light blue and yellow tarps?
Those are yard tarps. They're not our tarps. Our tarps are blue and black. Blacks are stills and blues are lumbers. But yeah, if you're seeing a light blue, yellow, and pink or purple, that are yard tarps. They're for dedicated and just strictly on the yard at Prime at any of our facilities.
Were you able to check it? Okay, so I forgot to look that up. But I did ask one of my friends that's been running that area in Georgia, and he said that it's not about the APUs. It's more of idling your truck. So they don't want you to idle your truck. But I have not looked it up officially and seen if it includes the APUs or seeing if they changed anything over there. But I was talking to my buddy. He does tinker over there. And he said that his APU runs over that. He's able to run his APU, and they're not talking about that. They are talking about trucks idling.
Yeah,
so
New York. New York has that no idle thing, and APUs are okay to idle up there.
Yeah,
especially in New York.
Question for both of you: what's your opinion on the FMC SR making trucks drivers slow down and making it mandated? That's good because then y'all won't be throwing pee. Then those super truckers won't be throwing pee bottles on my windshield and cussing me on the CB because my students drive 57 miles per hour. Put you at the same speed. That way we can catch you guys that throw y'all stuff out the window on my truck, and maybe I can get your license plate.
The only thing is being regulated. Well, company driver, we're regulated at 58 by throttle, 62 by cruise. Getting stuck beside somebody that does the same speed really sucks.
Yeah.
They want to slow down in front of you and you can't pass them. What are we doing? Blocking traffic. So a lot of us don't need to all be regulated down to that speed. We need to have adjustables, be able to do at least 65 like that. But that's my opinion on that.
Twisted, flatbed is real work. Reefer is lazy work. Just kidding. Come talk to me when you have to open a trailer door, man. That trailer door is taller than me. That thing's heavy.
FBG.
Reefer squad.
That's what I love about it. We can give each other crap about that and still live our day to day, still being friends.
God bless Texas. Gotta go. Texas are drafting at number 3.
He didn't even make it out of our intake area and tapped out.
Oh, he's talking to Brian.
It was Matt. He was a Marine.
Yeah, not every truck has APUs. Now, Prime, all of our trucks are equipped with APUs, so they don't idle.
See, we're kind of spoiled nowadays because back in the days, whenever those old school truckers, man, those guys told me how it was before APUs because you didn't want to waste your fuel. You were paying for that. They told me about how they had to roll down all the windows in the truck and they would sleep naked, and the sweat would, all the sweat on them when the cool wind would blow through their truck. That was the only cool they got. So they pretty much sweat the entire time. They said that they would be sleeping and their eyelids would fill up with a puddle of sweat, and sometimes that would wake them up.
Or those old school truck stops that had you rented your AC and power, and you stuck it in your window at night.
Yeah, that's the life. It had a little TV in it, man. I seen that. I guess so you could get TV on there. What's the best state for flatbed?
But Florida, we hardly have any shippers into Florida. But we got a lot of freight going in.
So Florida would probably be the worst. But in your opinion, which would be the best? Which do you see the most freight in?
All of them. I mean, I've been to every state when I was in my TNT process, but one, that was Maine, because my brother-in-law never went up there, and he was my trainer. So I mean, every state is good for flatbed.
You ain't missing nothing in Maine, trust me. There ain't much over there.
It's gorgeous countryside. No, I don't use coil bags. Besides the plastic we put on the coils before we tarp it, unless that's what you're asking about.
What is a coil bag?
Depending on his question, there's a piece of plastic that's shaped just perfect like a trash bag that goes over it, or you can get actual tarps fitted for coils, so you have a separate tarp for each coil.
What tears up the tarps the most? What is the cause of the tarps tearing up? Because I see a lot of stuff tearing up like that.
Not properly tying them down and not using protection underneath your tarp, like a moving blanket, edge protector, something that keeps that sharp corner from ripping a hole in it when the wind blows over it.
And what do y'all do if the plastic on your load, like that stuff, starts peeling off the load and is flapping in the wind? Because I see that a lot.
Yeah, that means it's not properly tarped.
So that stuff needs to be tarped.
Yeah, if you're seeing plastic, that means it's not tarped. It's supposed to be tarped. To keep that plastic on it, it does not need to get wet, or the salt and road grime on it from during the winter.
Nick says, love reefer. My CDL stands for can't do labor. I met Nick, and Nick got one of my hats from me. So, like, I met Nick. Cool guy. But we finally got to meet. He's been following my channels for a long time. I think over a year. Yeah, definitely over a year. I think he started following my channel when I was in Pittston. And I was in Pittston. Man, it might have been 2 years. But I remember he was following my channel whenever I was in Pittston, because I was doing a lot of lives over there, and he was catching every one of them.
The moment we walk in, right?
I have a 2010 Freightliner and no APU on my truck, so I'm idling my truck regardless of what anyone thinks. Yeah, you got to keep cool.
I don't know.
Yeah,
you have to keep cool.
Well, that's what I do like about our trucks. Granted, over 30, under 80, we can't idle our trucks. But if it's under 30, we can idle that SOB to keep us warm, and over 80, we can keep it so we can keep cold. That APU has a hard time at those temperatures.
How'd you drive to Hawaii, bro? You're going to have to tell me this story.
I'm not talking about Hawaii.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, he's asking, how'd you drive to Hawaii? You're a beast if you drove to Hawaii.
I put that scuba tank on.
Yeah, you're right. Coming out of Florida doesn't pay well. And Colorado sucks. I don't do too bad in Colorado. I usually get a load right out of there, and I never have a problem in Colorado.
Yeah, I'm always picking up out of Pueblo. There's two shippers out of Pueblo we pick up out a lot.
Yeah,
Gyps in
I've never
Colorado
had
is
a
pretty good.
problem. So for you don't want to go from Colorado to California. I don't like going over Vail too much. I'll go over it, but I really don't like to. I drove in the early 2000s and I didn't have the luxury of APU. Also ran paper logs. Those were the day. Tennessee, I did mean tarp bags for coils.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't have tarp bags. I'm not going to pay the money for that. I don't run enough coils to have dedicated tarps for those.
Okay. You ever heard of 60 days in?
What's the big? Why do they call them suicide coils?
When you have a chain break, it's crushing that cab of that truck. If you have to come to a sudden stop and that chain's coming forward, or that coil's coming forward.
Ooh,
so
scary.
That's why we call them suicide, because they roll. So you make sure you got proper amount of chain on there. You can put you a dead block in front of it if you need to, something to keep it from trying to roll forward if you have to come to a complete stop in a hurry.
Why don't they put them sideways or lay them on their sides? Wouldn't that be safer for you?
Depending on the coil, suicide coils are loaded because they're wide enough to fit between the rub rails, but they're too tall to sit on their side or to go over the rub rail. Suicide can be loaded a lot more. They're lighter, so they can be loaded a lot more down your trailer. So we have three names: suicide coil. Then we have eye to the sky. That means the center of the hole is facing upward. And then shotgun coils is the eyes facing towards the cab. So that if it rolls off, it rolls into traffic. So we still call that shotgun, but you make sure you secure all that properly. My motto is if I won't let my family drive next to me, I'm throwing another chain on it.
Yeah.
So
shoot, I
can never over-secure your load. Yeah. I always say you can never over-secure your load, but you can under-secure that thing. So
yeah. So there's no way that you could put too many straps on it when you go into the weight station. They check your load.
Oh yeah. I mean, they check it for the securement. You got to have your straps so many feet from like the front of the trailer and in between each other. If you can't get over 10 feet, so I always put mine at 8 feet.
Brian says, I would never go flatbed. Can't go to Canada and have to chain and what? Can't Canada and have to chain and tarp up. Yeah. Well, like you could do it. You could do anything you put your mind to, but do you want to do it?
Right.
That's the question. I would not want to chain and tarp up. Heck, if they tell me to put my snow chains on, I pull over. Like I don't even pick up those chains.
No, I will shut down. If it says chain up, I'm finding a parking spot. I've got brand new chains in my truck the day I bought them. Never been touched, never been put on a tire, because
mine's the same way. Never been open.
No load is for your life.
So if you train a student in flatbed,
certain times of the month.
Oops, my bad. So Han says, so if you train a student in flatbed at Prime Inc., test the student out on tarping and proper securement. No, they don't.
Now, see, me, if I get a PSD student, I can get a reefer, tanker, or flatbed. If they want to work the load with me, that is up to them. I don't make them work that load. But when they go TNT is when they need to decide if they're going to go flatbed, reefer, or tanker, because that's where they're going to learn their profession. You're going to do the job of what you go into. So when you go into TNT, you're going to learn how to strap, how to tarp, how to do what you need to do for your job. So
Tennessee, Pablo, however you say it. You pick up train and slinkies
Pueblo.
at Everest. Still right. Love those loads.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love slinkies. My first slinky, it's basically rod rolled into a basically tube. Have you ever taken a slinky and done that?
Yeah.
That's basically what rod where it's rolled up into, and we call it slinkies because once the bands break, they fold open like a slinky.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I love slinkies. First time loading it, I was like, how the hell do you strap this down? Now, once I know, I can strap it down in less than 10 minutes and go.
Found a new way to chain up either cables or snow socks. I do not endorse either one of them because I endorse pull over and call it a day. I endorse chill out and wait for them to clean off the roads. So, I mean, Hans, you go for it, man. You tell me how those auto socks are and stuff. I don't know. I'm done for the day.
Auto socks. I've heard those auto socks will help you in a pinch if you're coming down the mountain and there ain't no place to shut down at until you get there. I mean, that sock would help you out to get off that mountain. Better than messing with them chains.
Yeah, I guess like if I was more over the road again, then I would probably invest in a pair just to have on there, just for that simple reason. If I get into a pinch. Han says, "Real truckers chain up." Real truckers chain up. Well, I'm staying alive. I'm staying. Yeah. I don't want to be on the phone with, like, say I have my headset going down the road and they're all like, "Oh, chain up," and I'm all like, "Oh man, I'm tired of chaining up. Like, I'm tired. I'm all complaining to somebody on the phone about it." And then I go down the mountain or whatever, and it's so bad out there that I'm all scared. I don't want to go out like talking on the phone to like one of my buddies screaming like a girl, being like, "I'm gonna die," screaming. Like, they'll be like, man, at my funeral, they'll be laughing at me. I was on the phone with him, guys. He had his headset on. I was on the phone with him. He screamed and cried. Like, I could hear the tears falling out of his eyes, hitting the microphone as he was going down the mountain. I even think he pooped his pants going down there. Like, what? Like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna just pull it over. Hans, I'll be hearing you scream.
I have no problem with chaining.
Something goes wrong. I've been lucky.
Yeah, I've got no problem with chaining up.
Yeah, I've done some really, really crazy stuff in my life, and I only have so many lives. So like, I'm like, if you take all the crazy stuff I've done and I survived, I'm running out of a percentage of making it out alive. Like, take the fire, man. I think I barely made it out of the fire. I think I need to start playing my life safe from now on. I'm not as young as I used to be. I don't heal as fast. Thomas was there. He saw me go up in a fireball.
I don't think no. Yeah, they still say I pushed you in.
I tell people that. Thomas was there, or Tennessee was there whenever it exploded on me. It was a real fireball. The whole time he's all like, "Why don't you shoot Roman candles at it?" I'm all like, "Yeah, we'll just light it on fire. It's all good. Done it a million times." Boom. 1,000,001 time it blew up on me.
I'm ready to get it done.
Is there a way to get one of those hats?
Someone's
I still
asking,
have hats. I have I think I have like three or four hats in my truck still. So like they're $20 each. I think I got 3 or 4 of them still. So yeah, I still have hats right now. I'm almost out. Once the green is gone and I hit I won't have no more hats till I hit 3,000 subscribers. Once I hit 3,000 subscribers, I'll be back with another giveaway and I'll have stock again because I'm only going to do it because it's a lot of leg work and stuff on me, and I'm only going to do it every time I go up 1,000 subscribers. And I'm going to get a different color next time too. I might get purple or red or something and just give some away and then get the rest on my truck for whenever people are like, hey, I want one of those hats. $20. Boom, there's your hat. That's right, trucker Trucking Junior. Yeah, Trucking Junior. It's better to wait out that snow and ice and stuff. I can't believe it's been hot outside and we're talking about ice and snow and chaining up.
hey, it's a good thing to talk about.
What? Throwing chains is the pits. I agree, especially if you do the driver's side of the trailer. You need to get idiots speeding by you. Oh, you got idiots speeding by you. Yeah, that would have been no good. You might get ran over out there.
Yeah, some 30-minute chain ups are not very wide.
So we're looking for great expectations, and I have no doubt that that's what you'll produce. Thank you for.
Oh, Kenworth Ryder, he finally got a trainer. He said, "Good evening, Twisted Big D. Trainer called me this afternoon and will pick me up this weekend." Hey, that's awesome. You're on your way to getting into your own truck. So hopefully you knock out about 5,000 miles a week and you get it done quick and you're back here for an upgrade. I got to remember to save you a hat too, because I forgot about that. So I need to move a hat over for you. So that's going to be one less hat I have in my truck. And one of the students on my truck right now was already like, I'm going to get one from you. And I was like, okay, they're up there. First come, first serve with the hats, though. There's your question.
I'm getting there soon. I'm getting there really soon. It's up here going, what do I want to do? There's going to be some training, mostly my motorcycle and trucking. So what I do on my time off. So it's getting there. I'm talking with D about yeah, a lot of biking. I mean, let me know. Would you guys be interested in seeing that? Motorcycles, and I'm looking for feedback too. What you guys would be interested besides flatbed? So
you're gonna be doing training how to ride a motorcycle too. You can teach people how to ride a motorcycle.
I can do that. Hey, I've trained 7 people on how to ride a motorcycle, and even more. That's 7 just because of family members. I've trained a lot of people how to ride a motorcycle.
They assume you've been here before and you know what to do. At one point in time, I was just standing. I'm like, "You want me to go sit down?" Like they just assume you're.
He said he wasn't doing his home time until I was done. All right, so it seems like he's gonna run hard with you. Then that's good.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good sign right there. When you got a TNT trainer that's going to run hard with you. I mean,
that sounds like
the miles knocked out real quick. Get back and get your.
That's what Jesus does, or Jesus. That's what Jesus takes the wheel does. He just runs. He runs hard until he gets it done.
Yeah, we got a lot of flatbed TNTs that run hard. And they take their time off when they bring you back to upgrade.
Oh yeah, Hans, if you're going through there, you're gonna be chaining up. You'll probably chain up till the first week of July over there. Was stationed in Everett. Yeah, like those mountains are always cold. That's like one time I went over Donner's Pass and it was like the middle of June and they had a chain up law in effect and all that. And I told my fleet manager, I said, I ain't going over that mountain. It's covered in ice and snow, and that thing is shut down and chain law is in effect. And he was all like, it's the middle of June? And I was all like, yeah, I know it's the middle of June. Hey, Han says,
thanks, Han,
for a cup of coffee. Thomas, in the morning, there's a cup of coffee inside the Plaza building for you. Get you one.
Hey, I want that Red Bull.
Oh, you want a Red Bull? I have to stop in the morning and grab one. You want wings before you test.
On that, but on that snow chains up on there. Hell, I was coming over Wolf Creek Pass from Four Corners on the motorcycle. July, it snowed 4 inches on us. We came over that in snow in July. Yeah, in Four Corners on Wolf Creek Pass in Colorado.
What'd you do? Just put
We
in
pulled
neutral
into the gas station. No, we pulled in the gas station, went in real quick to get some grub, came out, and there were 4 inches of snow on the ground. We just jumped back on the bikes and got on the other side of it. It was cold ride. None of us were ready for that cold weather. We're all short sleeves, and we're glad we had hoodies and stuff on our bikes.
Michael says, how often do you guys get home time? I haven't been home since January when I got in my trainer's truck. That doesn't make sense. How often do you guys get home time? So you're telling me since you got on your trainers, did you come with a CDL or did you get your CDL through Prime? Because if you got your CDL through Prime, your trainer would have had to take you home within 2 weeks after you tested out to get your permit changed to a CDL. So hopefully you got that done. And you haven't been home since January?
Yeah, it seems like you need to get home and get upgraded.
Yeah, you need to be. You should have been done with TNT if you been here that long. My rule is get all my bills paid and then go home for like 4 days. That's my rule whenever I'm over the road. So I would pretty much 3 weeks on and 4 days off and back out. So probably once a month for 4 days is my average time. Twisted is lazy. He's always home. Yeah, I am always home. But I do tire runs and stuff like that during the week though. So like I'm at work. I'm not always home. I've been working till 5 p.m. every day. Today I took an early off for once, but I work 7 days a week and I work 5 a.m. to about almost 5 p.m. every day. Sometimes I get out at 3. I've been trying to get out by 3 here lately.
This is my second time going in.
Wolf's Creek.
Do I have chickens going?
This is like my kids'
The whole time I've gone over Wolf Creek passes on the motorcycle.
I don't know where that is.
It's on your way. It's on the south side of Colorado over the mountains. going from over 50, the end of 50 is Wolf Creek Pass.
Okay.
Going over to Four Corners.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Cortez. Going over the mountains into Cortez is Wolf Creek Pass.
I've probably been on it. I just don't know. Or I don't know if I've been over on it or not. I have no idea where you're talking about, but I'll just be like, yeah, because I have no idea. Michael says, I live near Pittston, went and got my actual license the same day I tested out. This is my 5 weeks in my own truck. Wait, 5 weeks in your own truck? Tell your fleet manager you're ready to go home and when you want to go home. So send the message.
Yeah. Put in that home counter. Go home for a couple of days.
Yeah, take you some time off. You can't be working like that. Like, take you some time off. Unless you're leasing, you're not making any money and your truck's negative, then keep running until you get it out the hole. But, see, then that's one of the problems going lease is sometimes people fall into the hole and they can't go home because they're all like, man, I got to get out this hole. I got to get some money before I go home. That's why I always tell people try to go 6 months. And I'm not saying that that's what's going on with Michael. I'm just saying sometimes that happens. And I had some of my guys tell me, I haven't been home in like 3 months. And I'm all like, why? Oh, because my truck's so negative. I said, why? Oh, because whenever I went to Vegas, I took some time off there and I didn't like this load, so I rejected it. And then I got to the terminal and I wanted to do laundry and shower and hang out. And they were taking time off in all these places and not running. So they were negative. You gotta have that drive. And I'm not saying Michael's like that. I think that you just need to put in some time off, my guy.
Sheriff Jamie Noel and this program. We're used to police officers taking people to
Trucking Junior says I stay out 3 weeks and then go home. See, that's how you do it right there. Stay out 3 weeks and then go home. I feel that's the best way to do it. If the fleet manager doesn't want you home time, he/she will keep you running. No, if
they don't know you want home time,
they'll send you home.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if
you gotta let them
home,
know. Communication is key.
Go for
it. I was just gonna say communication is key with your fleet manager. Let them know what you want. You want to go home? Say, hey, give me some home time. I'd like to be home at this time and go back out on this time. Let them know.
Looking forward to this. Obviously, we chose you.
Trying to put my head at the top of the camera like Michael, see if my beard's as long as his, because his looks long.
Really?
Yeah, I know my name is close.
I think he beat me, man. I think he has a longer beard. Look how long his beard is in that picture. Look at that nice beard he has. I'm so jealous. That's a nice beard in that picture. It's a real nice beard. When I get upgraded, I'm running so I can go home. I know that's right.
Feels kind of weird. I'm in handcuffs. I'm a police officer.
How long do y'all think that Intermobile will be using the Cummins engine and Prime will make people switch trucks once the proper engine is available? Dude, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd rather just stay in my Freightliner.
I like my Freightliner. That's all I've ran so far, so I can't say nothing bad about the other 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever Prime has.
Just go ask
I just
around.
know Pete has a shorter.
Yeah, go ask around the yard. Every time you see an Intermobile driver, go ask them how much that truck's been in the shop. You'll get your answer there.
And that'd be international, brother.
Did I say Oh yeah, international. CW McCallie has an old song called Wolf Creek Pass talking about chicken. It's worth a listen. Have you heard it?
Not yet. I'm actually going to look that up when we're done.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up too. Whoop whoop. What's going on, Sean? It's been a while, bro. I meant to come see you when I was in Texas, but man, I was so busy. Like we were doing a lot of stuff. Sean's my guy. He's one of my buddies that I've known a long time, and he came out here, drove truck for a while, and unfortunately he absolutely hated it. And I talked him into coming here, and I feel bad, but he absolutely hated it. He gave it a try, though. He gave it a try. He did his whole year, but he hated trucking. Poor guy.
My heart rate was probably as high as it's been in a long time. If they find it.
Favorite truck is my absolute favorite truck is a Mack, and I don't care that Volvo bottom. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about the Macks, how they want them. Do you think they look good?
I like that Bulldog sitting on the hood.
I like that, but like, do you like the actual truck?
I haven't driven one yet. The way they look, it's all still looking at the old square nose. I mean, but I haven't really looked at a modern one up front yet.
The back down was pretty basic. But he wanted me.
International is not a bad truck. They're just heavier than a Freightliner. See, I didn't even know they were heavier. Like nothing I have ever done. Volvo has a nice sleeper. Yeah, Volvo has a real nice sleeper. Busy Blake has a Volvo, and he has a purple Volvo. It's nice on the inside. Like I really like his truck. He couldn't just like I remember whenever
my
he got
brother-in-law.
Your brother-in-law has one?
I was gonna say my brother has two of them, or had two of them. He's on his second one. The other three trucks he's got are Pete's.
Dang, how many trucks he got?
He's got four.
Four?
He's got 4 trucks and 4 Conestogas, flatbeds.
I'm surprised he hasn't talked you into coming work for him.
He can't get me home enough.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't be home like we are now.
Right.
I drove a Mack for almost a year, and as far as I'm concerned, it is a smooth ride. Smoother than a Peterbilt? Because what I hear is all those Peterbilt guys are all like, man, this is a smooth ride. Volvo's like a Cadillac for a truck. Yeah, Volvos are smooth rides too. I remember when Busy Blake got his Volvo, he was all like, he was looking at that purple Volvo and a white Peterbilt, and he was all like, which one you think I should get, man? They're both nice trucks. And I was all like, dude, you got to get the purple Volvo, man. The purple Volvo, like, it's bright. Like, it's popping. Like, the white Volvo is kind of like, the white Peterbilt is kind of like plain. Like, I told him, I said, look, man, you're an outgoing guy. You're loud, you're bright, you're passionate, dude. Go with the purple Volvo, man. The Peterbilt, the white Peterbilt's just basic. Where are you heading to next, Tennessee?
I'm headed to Chicago Monday, taking to St. Joseph, St. Joseph, Missouri. Be out 2 nights.
Jail commander, not just scared to be petrified for myself. It's scary.
I grabbed the wrong mouse. I was like, why is this not working?
Then back to the yard, like
Bad mouse. I overheard someone talking that Prime purchased a big lot of Volvos due to other makes could not honor because of the shortage. I don't know. I haven't heard about that. I heard that Prime did get some more Volvos in, but I did not hear that. Have you heard anything
I
about
can't
some
confirm
Volvos?
or deny. Yeah, I can't confirm or deny that yet.
If I knew,
But
I would
haven't
drop
talked
it.
to. Yeah, I haven't talked to Primetime Fitz yet about that either. He's usually the ones that knows about that.
There you go. You need to bring Tennessee on more. Sounds like a cool dude. Trying to get him to do his own channel.
That's the plan.
That way he can have y'all over there asking all those flatbed questions, because I know there's a lot of you guys out there. I mean, still subscribe to my channel, but like, you know, subscribe to his too and ask him the flatbed stuff. But still come to my channel. Don't forget me. But yeah, we're good friends. Like we've been friends for probably like 2 years now, I would guess. And we've been through a lot together.
I just threw my my email in the chat. Hit me up and let me know what kind of content you want to see other than flatbed trucking. And if that's all you want to see, I'll work on that. I'm trying to get some ideas.
Pop up my email real quick and say, I just want content.
Well, I want to know what people want to see.
Volvos are heavy haul trucks too. Have you ever seen a
Yeah, my
Volvo?
brother, that's all he did with his. Yeah, my brother-in-law, he does heavy hauls and wide loads with his.
I always see those flat nose Pete's pulling that stuff. I never really paid no attention to a Volvo doing it. They want to know spread axles. They want to see spread axles and Harleys, bro. Han says that he's going to subscribe to you and unsubscribe to me. Trade 1 for 1. Oh, heavy and weight. I imagine with all that wood grained interior in those Volvos, it's heavier.
Well,
I don't know.
I was going to say my brother-in-law does haul.
I really don't see too many of them doing flatbed, though. I don't see too many of them doing flatbed. Do we have Volvo trucks that do flatbed?
Not that I've seen. They're all, as a matter of fact, they're all Freightliners or Pete's.
Freightliners or Pete's. They don't have no internationals out there pulling flatbeds around?
I haven't run into one yet.
It's too many bumps out there, man. That international hit a pebble or like a little rock and have to go to the shop. I'm not a fan of international. Now my next truck that I get after this one's going to be an international because I said something. Green is starting Prime in August. I'm super excited. Woo, August. That's a long, long time. Green, do you have a CDL already? Is that why you're starting in August, or did you pick in August, or did they tell you the wait is out till August? Everybody must know. Hopefully he answers pretty quick. Well, welcome, and thanks for watching the channel. Hopefully you get some good research out of some of my videos on why you chose Prime. What was that speech Stan told me the other day? Remember whenever I was all like, it's awkward when people come up and talk to me. I got to come up with a speech to tell them thank you or thanks for watching my videos. He gave me that good speech. I can't remember it. What was it?
Yeah, I can't remember what it is either.
It sounded so good. I'm going to have to get him to write it down. Internationally, we're prone to air leaks. I see Volvo's hauling flatbed, but not for Prime. There's no international flatbed trucks with Prime. Working on, okay, so he's working on his permit now, and the kids will be back in school. So that's why he's waiting. Had an international once and blew out the EGR. John Gonzalez says, does Prime have a hiring freeze right now? Not that I know of. There is a limit to the amount of people they can put in a class, though. So they're limited in the class size, but as I know, as of right now, I have not heard of any whatsoever hiring freeze. I chose Prime because of Twisted Big D, Chad Rich, and Crazy Bags. Well, you put my name with the guys, man. Like, I'm the only one left. Man, I do miss Chad Rich, though, man. Chad Rich was fun. It was awesome hanging out with Chad Rich, man. He's cool. Funny guy. Whenever I was in Pittston, I got to hang out with him, man. And he's the one that taught me a lot about YouTube. Like, I have to give shout outs to Chad Rich all the time. Awesome guy. Just, I think the world of him. What was that, Swift? In the beginning of trucking. Hans was at Swift whenever it was just SW. He ended up being the I. And then the next guy, his name was Frank, and then the next guy's name was Tom. Yeah, I don't know. I won't say nothing. The third name on there, man, I don't mess with. They have put a lot through good information about Prime. Yeah, and you know, back whenever I started YouTube, there wasn't as many channels as there is now. Like whenever I started, there was Chad Rich, that one, and then there was Junior Honduras, and there was oh man, who else was there? Trucker Nene, and there was only a few people doing it. And then there was Trucker Brown, and there was LaShawn Parks. And you know, they all had great channels, and slowly each one of them's been leaving. I chose Prime because of Big D and Eric. Yeah, and man, that's crazy. Eric's, I mean, he's doing what he loves, but that's crazy that he's not driving no more. I knew it was of course we all knew it was the plan, but I just was not expecting it so soon. I was expecting him to get about 6 trucks and then stop driving is what I was expecting.
And she said that
if anybody has any tire questions, stop that down.
Oh, the tire specialist is in. Anybody got some tire questions for the tire specialist? He's been working all day. He probably just got home from work and extra tired.
Extra tired.
He's treading on thin ice.
Treading.
That was a late laugh. Am I lagging that bad on yours?
A little bit.
Just a wee bit.
Where'd he go? Where'd Dalton go?
I think he went to go change real quick.
Oh, did he? I'm ashamed to say I started trucking career with CR England in 2008. Don't be ashamed of where you started. You probably did some research back then and you decided that that was the best company for you and you went and drove for them. Don't be ashamed, man. The way you got to look at everything in your life is that everything in your life happened for a reason and it made you the person you are today. You learn lessons from every bad thing and every good thing that's happened in your life. It's made you the person that you are today. So don't be ashamed that you started at CR England. It was a stepping stone to get where you're at today. I seen him the other day in outbound. He must be talking about driver lineup, I think.
It could be Dalton.
Oh, yeah. That's probably who it is. Would you ever consider going leasing? That's your question. My answer is no.
No. I like being company driver. If I ever do go buy my own truck, I'm going to work for my brother-in-law. But that's after my truck and my bike's paid off.
Should, if you buy your own truck, wouldn't you be working for yourself?
Yeah, but I'll be getting under his board.
Okay. Like running his authority or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, shoot, it's been it's 7 minutes over an hour, or 8 minutes over an hour. So we're going to get out of here. Mr. Flatbedder over here has to be up early in the morning. So he has to go and test out his students. So he's going to be up early in the morning. He probably needs to get some sleep. Not that he's having to take a test in the morning. He just has to be up super early because he's number one on the schedule. So I know that's a lot of stuff to say. How often do you guys use your TWIC card? Me and Thomas, never. But when you're OTR, just a couple days, we'll bring back lease purchase. I'm sure they will. And that's all the questions. So I got rid of the last few questions. Thank you for coming again. That way. Thank you for coming again and helping out with the live. And we look to see your channel coming soon. You got anything else?
Just keep the rubber down.
Yep. Keep the rubber on the concrete and what would you say for the top of the flatbed? The chains in the sky or something. I don't know. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell. Get my latest lives. Get my newest videos. Also, in the description, there's a link to fill out an application and get my recruiter. My recruiter's good. Don't forget to drop that referral code, COXDJO.